In the middle of the chaos, she's dancing with glee. The world's falling apart, but she's as wild as can be. Zombies roam the streets, but she don't even care. She's got a bottle in her hand and a wild look in her stare. Oh, oh, Snow Beetle, she's a party queen, baking pies while the world's unseen. She don't mind the danger, she don't care to hide. In the middle of the end, she's living her life wide-eyed. Oh, she's got flour on her fingers and frosting on her face. Zombie limbs are stumbling, but she keeps up the pace. From one house to another, she's never in a rush. A dancing baker in the apocalypse, in the perfect hush. Oh, Snow Beetle, she's a party queen, baking pies while the world's unseen. She don't mind the danger, she don't care to hide. In the middle of the end, she's living her life wide-eyed. Oh, in every basement, on every floor, there's a rave, there's a table, and there's always more. Pumpkin pies and cupcakes, cider in the air. Zombies at the door, but Snow Beetle doesn't care. Oh, oh, Snow Beetle, she's a party queen, baking pies while the world's unseen. She don't mind the danger, she don't care to hide. In the middle of the end, she's living her life wide-eyed. Oh, so let the dead arise and the cities burn bright. Snow Beetle's got a pie and she's ready for the night. With every beat of the music and every slice of the pie, she'll party till the end with no need to ask why. Oh, Snow Beetle, she'll party on and on and on, baking pies till the last dawn.
Good evening, Knox Country. I'm Snow Beetle, and you're not. Welcome back to Project Zomboid, the new player's survival guide. Today with Refuge, Home Sweet Home. That's right, I stream Project Zomboid every day. Welcome to the stream, Smarty and Ara. Hi. Whale Grin bringing the smiles at second place, getting the trophy. Little girl, good afternoon. Welcome back. Admiral Rex, hey. Back, sir. Wyman Forever, hello. And Matthew Penny, member for 1 month. Diabolical Ironclad. Unsure if I can continue as such, but it was one hell of a ride. Well, I very, very truly appreciate the support. Very generous of you. Thank you so much. And I understand if you cannot continue. Totally get it. Just thank you for being here, my friend. And additional thanks for the support. Sierra, howdy, howdy. And Whale Grand again. And radio. Welcome, yo. And SG made it. Yay. Good morning, radio. I'll bring Zomboid up here. And we have Lady Snow Beetle. Burglar survived 2 days, 22 hours while we're learning. Zombies killed 32. I think some of those were over at the Ovo Farms, but we haven't explored too greatly. Matthew Penny says it says dang Easter eggs I had to get for the kids recently. Yes. I thought the Easter egg hunting was over. And then my 12-year-old demanded an Easter egg hunt. So we do what we can, but I get it. She already had all the eggs and everything. I just hid them. I mean, I helped the Easter bunny hide them. I was a big helper. that day. So the reason I titled it Refuge Home Sweet Home. Bullet bait. Oh my gosh, I totally missed bullet bait pop in. Sneaky devil. Greetings, sir. Welcome back. The legend himself has honored us with his presence. So for example, let's bring this map up here. When we went over to Ovo Farms previously on Snow Beetle, we got I think it was overexerted and tired. And we just had a bunch of moodles, so it was too dangerous to stay. So we bailed and left our car, walked all the way back. And I was just going back and forth on what I wanted to do on this episode, but it occurred to me the reason we were able to leave and walk back was because we had a nice place to come back to. A refuge, if you will. So I thought we would spend time on this episode making it safer, because regardless of what your priorities and your goals are in this game, having a place to fall back to really is the most important thing for success. Because if you cannot recover from a lost battle or a house alarm or a car alarm or a helicopter event, or maybe you lost some loot, things like that are just devastating in the moment, being able to fall back to a safe, not just a safe location, but a location to where you're not only safe, but you have supplies. You can heal if necessary, if you've been wounded, or get your weight back up if you've lost too much weight, possibly find backup gear if you need it, extra weapons, a place you can just hang out at and feel completely safe to where you don't need to worry about fighting zombies every second. So we're going to focus a little bit on making this home safer, so that we have that luxury. Yo plus one shield Shinobi one, welcome back. Haven't seen you in a while. Glad you're here. What did I miss? Shinobi said I isekai'd into Project Zomboid as a player. How do I find my favorite meal? Sushi. We should easily be able to do sushi in this series. We just need to find some rice. I think just rice and fish is all we need. But we could definitely make that a priority. Matthew Penny says, same, I helped the Easter Bunny as well. And then slept with her. Whoa. Just sleeping. It was 2 a.m. after cleaning up the living room and wooden egg hiding. Wooden eggs, that's cool. I like that. Sleeping with the Easter Bunny. How dare you, sir? All right, so let's first examine our location. So I think we're gonna go ahead and make this our main Echo Creek stronghold, because as a new player, this is a very easy location to not only secure, but it has everything you need for the most part. The gas pumps are a huge bonus. You won't have to travel far to get gas. Even after power goes out, we just need a generator and the ability to hook it up, and we have potentially unlimited gas, although it could run out at some point. And if we look at the map again, pause this. We spawned, I think it was over here in one of these trailers. We walked all the way over here. There wasn't too much resistance, but we're at the north end of Echo Creek. So once we get this area clear, which we've done quite a bit of already, and the bridge is kind of a natural choke point here anyway, we're not going to have to kill too many more zombies here unless something brings them, such as a helicopter event, something like that. So not only does this building have everything we need for the most part, I mean, we still need tools and stuff and books, but the basic necessities for sure with the bonus gasoline and plenty of room to set up workshops, whatever we need. It's also low population, and because of that, it's easy to hold, easy to take, easy to hold, and it will allow us to fall back constantly as we clear out all of Echo Creek if we want to, finding the things we need through the looting and bringing it back to base. So we just need to make it safer is all. You're not going to hide chocolate eggs? Fuzzy tail, Lucky Rabbit's tail. Oh my. Two-wheel bandits, good morning. Build a wall? Yeah, we're probably going to have to do that. The Western Wall project. I don't want to build too big of a wall, but we could go minimalist because we already have this fence over here. So we could just cut through here. If you wanted to get something secure quickly, probably secure this back area first. We could build a wall along this grass line to protect these doors and the staircase, and then maybe bring it back here towards the side of the dumpster here. That would be your basic setup. And then we can expand by putting walls. They going through here? That's over here. We could build a wall all the way around the gas pumps and this entire yard if we want to. Give us room to park cars and stuff. It's just going to take longer, but it'll also help us level up carpentry. And then we should probably, until we get that big wall put up, probably at least one plank over all the windows, so we don't have to worry about zombies coming in. I mean, to be honest, I probably wouldn't board it up, but it will make you feel more secure. But I don't think any zombies are going to come over here unless the helicopter event brings them. So we should be good. But we'll do it just for learning's sake. Martian Texan, yay, here's my chance to learn how to die just like Snow Beetle. That's right, I'll show you the right way to die. I hate how this one building is like a jack of all rooms master, makes it an easy go-to. It does, and I tend to avoid it now. I've gotten it out of my system, but I'm just running this series to demonstrate to new players. This building is a good building to give a player hope when they're learning. And then when it gets too easy and too boring, they can move on to other base locations. Little Girl says the Shinobi Echo Creek has a ton of good bases. That is true as well. And welcome in, Martian. It involves fighting and such, no eating of raw and cooked food. So I would say we would start with the wall in the back, because from inside here, you can't get upstairs anyway. You have to go to the staircase in the back. So securing that back staircase is the easiest way to make this place safe. And then at some point, we could put a staircase outside or something like that too, or a rope. But this is a good place to park cars until we get the whole place enclosed, so it's safe. So let's see what we need to start with. We don't have an axe yet, I don't think. I'm still trying to get the rat race out of my system. I feel like I need to fight every 2 seconds, but we don't have to do that in this run. Okay. I may have taken everything inside. I think I did. Actually, I didn't check this radio yet, did I? Oh, so the radio I'm looking at is it's inside the car, the actual car radio. So you press V, click on the device options, and you can look at the radio. And look at that. The radio in this car has the emergency broadcast system frequency, which we've been looking for, so we can use that to check every day to see if they give us a heads up for the air activity or the helicopter event. So it's 89.8. What I recommend we do, because this changes world to world, but in this world, it's 89.8 megahertz. So what I usually do, because I'm a forgetful person, is find a place on the map. I usually put it in the corner at the bottom, but we can put it by our base, doesn't matter. And just add a note. EBS, Emergency Broadcast System, is 98.8, right? See, I've already forgotten megahertz. We can put that inside. Now, the reason I put it on the map, even though we put it in a radio once, we don't need to add it again. We may run into a situation where we just want to listen to the weather and we're away from home. And we can put it in a different radio that we find. It was 89.8. I can't even remember. And to change this, you click Edit Note. It's assuming you have an eraser and a writing utensil. And then you just click where you want to change it. Like so. All right, so now we'll set that up inside on one of the radios. Can't remember if we have one upstairs, so let's just take this one. So something I'll show you with the radio. When you look at this radio model sitting on the countertop, if we look at the immediate inventory, you don't see it. It's because the radio has been placed using the furniture tool instead of as an item. I don't know why the radio lets you do that, but it does. So since we don't see it, the only way to pick it up is to use the furniture pickup tool. Put pickup, put it on the tile underneath where it is. You can see right there, Value Tech Radio. Then we left click it, she'll pick it up. But now, if we go in the inventory where we have it, right click and do place item. Now you can place it like a normal item any way you want. And if you look in the immediate inventory, you see the radio because now it's an item in the world instead of a piece of furniture. I don't know how else to explain it, but that's how it makes sense in my head. If we wanted to place it the way it was, we could use the, put it in our main inventory, use the pickup tool and use place. I think that'll do it. Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't even look the same as it did, but that's going to, oh, it did put it like that. Okay. So now that's how we found it, except it was over on this counter, but there's two ways to put it. If you prefer the way this looks, that's fine. Otherwise, you can place it manually and it looks a little bit crisper and you can reposition it. This one, it's only one static shape. At least I don't think you can change this. Not one static shape, one static position. Let's see if I can press R to rotate it or anything. Can't even drag it. So if we placed it, then it would just look that one direction. So anyway, a little bit about the radio, but we're going to move it upstairs. Shinobi asked, does the big garage induce panic in claustrophobic people? This one, I would think so. It's not very big. When I played the lone camper in the woods, the EBS channel was my only friend. There you go. Two-wheel bandits? I forget. It's so easily too, yeah. So that's why I put it on the map, because I'll forget it in 2 seconds. So not even to mention stream to stream. Little girl says floor space needs around 11 by 11 tiles worth of space for the claustrophobic not to. Interesting. So, what is this? Like 8 maybe? So 9. This one's probably 9 by 9, so it's probably too small. Radio. Take it upstairs. I forgot to watch TV, I think, unless I watched the last episode. We put it in here. This is our temporary media center. We'll do place because I think it looks better like this. So you can click on the device to bring up device options, but because it's on top of a cabinet, it's selecting the cabinet first. But the other option is you can right click on the radio. There's an option for device options. And it brought up the radio. So this radio didn't have EBS on it, but what we can do is turn it on. We'll set it at volume 2, that's high enough. And because it doesn't have EBS, you add a preset. So we click add preset. I just call it EBS, you can call it whatever you want. Oh, it's radio station talking. I was like, the heck? Car insurance from only $99 per year. I don't think I've ever really listened to the radio before it went out. I'll have to do that at some point. 89.8. So you can scroll this side to side. You can also use the arrows, obviously, fine tune it. So try to get close to where it is, 89.8. I hit it just perfect. But if you didn't, like say you got to 89.6, you can't quite hit it, just use the arrows to fine tune it. And then click save. Now it's on our list. But remember, right now we're tuned into 89.4 for the Hits FM. But if you click tune in, because we have EBS selected, now it'll come up. Just like the TV, you have to click tune in first. I don't know that we'll get any information this early, but we'll leave it on there. And the thing different with the radio from the TV is the radio runs off of battery power. There's no way to plug it into the house, unfortunately. So when this battery dies, we'll have to replace it. But it usually lasts a pretty good amount of time. We'll leave that on for now. Hopefully we'll catch the news at some point. And the news from the EBS is every hour on the hour. So at 10 a.m., it'll broadcast any updates that it has. All right, so I think I put all my stuff in the room. No? This room? Yeah. Should probably go retrieve that other car real quick too. Did I put everything away? I don't remember doing that. Maybe I didn't have much. Well, I guess we'll take this as a loot bag until we find some better ones. Should probably put air in the tires of that other car we just grabbed. I kind of want to get that car back, so we should probably do that real quick. Learn about retrieving vehicles that are lost. I always get lost in this building. I'm going to have to dedicate at least one episode to vehicles, probably more than one. So we're not going to go over too much here. We'll just do the tires. Inflate front left. Inflate rear left. Rear right and front right. Admiral says if you use the car radio, which also has a battery, you shouldn't have to be concerned about draining the battery as it runs off the car battery. I wonder. I've never really noticed if it drained both at the same time. But we can talk about that briefly here too, because it's a nice little survival tip with the car radio. Admiral just reminded me of. And remember, the hood is still open because our character hasn't closed it. But since we're going to look at the radio anyway. Here's the radio right here. We have a screwdriver, which is all you need to uninstall. So if you right click, uninstall shows you need a screwdriver or improvised screwdriver of some kind. So those are your options, but we have screwdrivers. That's all we need. Click uninstall. She'll walk over there, pull it out. Now you could place it to do this, but the fastest way, if you look at the car UI here, it shows radio is red. It's because there isn't one there. Item missing. It's in our inventory now. Here it is, Value Tech Radio. We could put it on the ground to get the battery, but if you right click it and do equip secondary, it's technically in our hand and it automatically pops up the UI. And here's a little battery in it. Even the car radios have a removable battery. So let's say you need a battery for your flashlight. You're just out, you're out in the middle of nowhere, and you know it's dark or it's getting dark. You could find the nearest car, pull the radio, equip it secondary, right click this battery, it drops it in your inventory. You have it here, and now we can reinstall this radio back in the car just since we're standing here. Right click radio, install. Hold on, let me add. You do right click, you go to install, Value Tech Radio, and then it shows it here on the left. It's at 78% because it's not in perfect conditions. We click that, she'll install it, and even though we pulled that battery out, it'll still work in the car. But I think Admiral was saying if we left it in there, we wouldn't need to worry about it draining. Some car mechanic XP, that's true too. Removing the radio and reinstalling it gives us a little bit of XP for the mechanics. Click on skills, hover over the first box. We got 0.5 XP, so that's something. At some point, we'll do an episode on grinding mechanic skill. We're not in as much of a hurry because as a burglar, we can hotwire vehicles, so we'll still have to fix them eventually, though. We'll learn how to make them better and all that. So that radio's back in the car, and we have a battery, an extra battery for our flashlight should we need it. I put air in the tires. I don't think we have an axe yet, so I was going to cut down trees to start building a wall, but we should go get that car while it's still daytime. Can't remember what all was in here. Have to get this organized at some point so I know what is where. All right. So we'll probably have to craft an axe if we don't find one. So let's do a rescue mission for that car. The red one that we left behind. So there's a couple ways we could do this. We could go on foot and grab it. Well, it takes more time, obviously, because we have to walk there. Did I not put gas in here? Well, there it goes. But for the purposes of education, we will go tow it back. And I forgot, I was going to check the horsepower on this thing. Let's see. Ideally, you want a minimum of 400 horsepower to tow something. If you look up here, engine power 400. So this is at the bottom of the power list, but we will try it because the red car we're going to grab is a smaller car. The general rule, you don't want to tow a vehicle, or say when you are towing a vehicle, the one that you're using to tow with should be the bigger of the vehicles and the stronger horsepower, not the other way around. There's a couple ways we could do this. We could roll up, kill everything, and then take the other vehicle. Or we can do it the sneaky snow beetle way. I've done it more than once to where I'll just wait or lure them away, or if it's clear right when I roll up, just go up, hook it up real quick, and drive away. You don't even have to fight anybody. Just depends on if they're all standing around the car or not. Also, towing in reverse, although harder to steer, it's more effective power-wise. I don't know. I'm not sure I can explain it really. I guess because you're only using one gear in reverse, maybe. All right, so let's see. Let's see if we can get here and hook it up real quick. All right, pause it for a second. There's one zombie there, right by the car. Now, this was a little bit easier to do in Build 41. I recently noticed that, because it used to be in Build 41, when you step out of the car, you're automatically facing the vehicle. I don't know if the devs just noticed this or if I was important enough for them to hear me say it. Because they took that away from me. So now it takes, you have to turn around first before you can hook up the car. I was always happy before you just jump out of the car, press V, press connect vehicle, Z, and get back in the car and drive away. So it's a little bit more challenging than that now. That zombie's kind of close to the red car, so this probably isn't going to work. Worst case, I have to fight him. But I'm going to try to hook it up real quick and drive away. See if we can do it. Towing is much harder in Build 42 to get any speed up. Yeah, even in reverse. But yeah, you're right. Conventionally for sure. So he might hear me before I can get the car hooked up. Let's see. Jump to C1. And after fight, nobody know how. Is this the chicken way to do it? Sure. But sometimes you don't want to fight. You just want to get your vehicle back, you know? The first time I learned how to do this was, what was the town? I want to say it was Pit Stop, which I hate Pit Stop. It's a modded map, but it's very dangerous, or at least I find it to be. And there was a modded car that I wanted, but there were like hundreds of zombies, and I did not want to fight them. So I got in there and started honking my horn, pulling all the cars away from the modded vehicle. And then I just drove up, hooked it up, and pulled it out of there. I didn't even have to fight anybody. It was glorious. We could stop and disconnect and connect it correctly, but it's easy enough to drive home in reverse since we don't have to go very far. And again, we could have just walked over there, started the car, and brought it back. We could have done it that way too. I guess I was in such a hurry I didn't really show the towing thing. So when you're facing the vehicle, could be anywhere. When I first started doing this, I thought that you had to get to the front of the bumper, press V, and do it, which takes more time. But you could be anywhere on the car, press V, attach, and she automatically walks there. I don't have to manually find the right spot, which saves you a lot of time. And then to hook it up, same thing. V and add. And other items of note. To hook up the vehicle, you don't have to be necessarily directly in front of it facing it. I think just less than 90 degrees, it'll still let you hook up. See if I can get it. Yep. The reason this is important, see, we're so close she couldn't even walk between. She had to go all the way around. That sound was the car dying. Now, the reason this is important is sometimes you'll find a vehicle in a spot, or maybe you got your car stuck between two trees. It happens, and the only way to get it out is to drive up. Oh, she can walk through there. I wonder why she went all the way around. Maybe you can't get directly in front, but if you can get at an angle, now we can get in here. Get the car started again since it died, and we could pull the car out like that. So I think about a 90-degree angle or less, you have like that whole arc that you can hook up, if that makes sense. I open the fence, I do that. See, this car is still running from when I left it there. So gas is still pretty good though. Didn't use very much fuel. Something to note real quick on these vehicles. If we look at this one. You see right here, the top here, it says vehicle type standard. So we'll close, and this is a Masterson Horizon. It's the name of the make and model. Vehicle report small car 02. I think that's just because this is an unstable version, but if we go check this. Vehicle type is also standard. So the parts between these two cars are interchangeable because they're both standard vehicles. You can put any part from either one on the other, even though they look remarkably different. But if the other two options are, other than standard, is heavy duty and also known as commercial and sport, which are the faster, higher horsepower cars. So if one of these was a sport and one was a standard, you cannot interchange parts. So you need to match vehicle type for parts, basically. Okay, so we do not have an axe. We could try to go get one from a building, but might as well learn how to craft a stone axe, I suppose. Okay, there's a couple ways we could get what we need for the stone axe. Actually, I guess not, because you can't. I don't think you can forage. Can you forage I know they're not called sharpened stones anymore, but the sharpened flint anymore, or do you have to get it from a nodule? Can't remember if I found any foraged yet. We'll go ahead and forge, see if we can find nodules to work with. So when you're foraging, this little magnifying glass is your investigation area. Brings up this little window. If you hover over it, it tells you what type of biome you're in. Right now we're on the road. This is still road. Come over here. It changes to farmland, forest road. And it tells you the rareness of each type of item. Like here, stones are normal. The road, stones are abundant. This is probably where we should look for any kind of stones we want. Sharpened flint, I believe you can forge them. I'm pretty confident I have done so during my recent. I think you're right, because I remember still seeing the icon, but I always get so excited when I find the flint nodules, so I can get that napping skill. Two Wheel agrees. And Admiral says you can forge all items needed to make the crude stone axe. Okay, cool. So We could leave it as no search focus, but because we are looking for stones to make an axe, we'll click on this and change it to stones. Hopefully that means we'll find mostly stones instead of anything else. You will still find other items, but we're going to see if we can find those. So we have it selected what our focus is. Click enable, and I don't think I did any foraging yet in the series, but this lit circle is your search radius. That's how far your character can effectively forage. It'll sometimes pick it up just outside this range, but as your foraging skill goes up, this circle grows bigger, and you get better and better at foraging. But it is easier to get ripped sheets from a dead zombie. That's true. And there's still a couple behind the house, so that's probably where I was going to get those. Now, technically, I shouldn't be ignoring this peckish moodle and this thirsty moodle. Um, but it's not the end of the world to have extra water on me. Doesn't look like it. So we'll get that in a little bit. I want to forage first. All right. So another thing to note, when we're foraging, if you hover over this little eyeball here in the window, vision effectiveness, it tells you any debuffs or bonuses you get for foraging. And right now, weather effect is negative 1.85%. Clothing effect is negative 2.5. I believe the clothing are the eyeglasses she's wearing. Yeah. And as far as weather effect, I don't know, maybe it's cloudy or something. It shows some clouds in this window here, which suggests that it is cloudy. But overall, it's not too bad. Now, if we go to crouching by pressing C, hover over the eye, now we get a plus 10% crouching bonus. So that helps you. Or if you're using the aiming cursor, and now we put our mouse over the eyeball, plus 33% aiming bonus for foraging. So you can do much better at foraging if you're using the aiming. The only part that sucks is it's slower. You can walk normal speed or you can aim. I believe this also builds your nimble skill, but I mean, even if you're not fighting. But this means we'll find more stuff. We found a flint nodule right away, but it's just slower. So how much time do you have? So when an item pops up, we found this, even though it wasn't actually visible on the road at first. You hover over it, it doesn't tell you what it is. You just kind of have to get familiar with what items look like. But if you right click on it, it gives you the option to pick up the flint nodule and where you want to put it, your main inventory or your bag, or you could discard. Both will give you XP, but if we discard, we lose the item, but we want this. So I'm going to click put it in the sheep sling bag. She'll pick it up, and we got 3 XP it looked like for foraging that. So our foraging XP just went up by 3. Two wheels, I never knew that. Thank you. If you're not using, as she says, if you're not using glasses, does this make foraging more difficult? Let's try it. Because our character is short-sighted, so let's take these off. So yeah, we lost that debuff. So the funny thing is, everything else is blurry, but for foraging, it's actually better to take them off. I'm gonna put them back on though, because I like to be able to see. And the clothing effect is negative 2.5 again. Yeah, it looked fuzzy, which is funny because we're short-sighted, so I would think taking them off would make foraging more difficult, but I don't know why they did it that way. Penny says, don't forget to tell everyone about the double click on the icon to instantly collect it into whatever inventory was last open. That is a very good point, and I actually only learned that recently. I was well over 4,000 hours playtime before I found out about that. Who taught me that? There's another streamer. I saw them do it. I was like, what the hell? So We'll forward something else and I'll show you what Matthew's talking about. So make sure that right now our main inventory is selected. You can tell that because the square is highlighted. But if we click and select our bag, that's the main bag now for foraging instead of our main inventory. I learned it from watching you, Dad. I mean, Snow Beetle. I can't believe I can't remember. And I don't think Vaco knew it when I learned it either. So he started doing it too. But it's much faster than right clicking and selecting stuff. We'll find another item. I'll show you what I mean. Or what Matthew means. We don't need another item, but to demonstrate it for science. We'll go this way. And this is gravel, so no, it doesn't. Stones are only normal, so we'll go back to the road. If we run into zombies, we'll take care of it. And some people will suggest looking side to side. Oh, because it gives you a chance to find more stuff. A cold pack? Really? Okay. So, assuming you know what you're picking up, I mean, you can pick up everything, but usually if you're like, yeah, I want that, you can just double click it and it'll automatically put it in. Instead of doing right click and selecting one of these, you can just double click it and it goes into whatever your active inventory item is. In this case, the backpack. So that's what he was talking about. Now let's say we wanted to make a hammer. You could forage for a regular stone, or the regular stones also appear in the world on the ground, like these. You walk up to them and right-click it. Remove stone is an option. Come over to this one. It looks a little bit different. You'll kind of memorize how they look. I just remember this one has the big piece and the small piece. This is a large stone. It's all one unit, but if you right-click on this, remove large stone. And that large stone can be broken down into 10 regular stones. This is limestone over here. You can tell it's kind of like a yellow color. Remove limestone. I haven't really used those, but they are available. Penny says, I also discovered if you active inventory is too small or full for the weight, it will go into whatever next item is viable. Really? I thought it would always drop it on the ground. It's good to know, though. So we'll right click. Now, the only thing I'm not sure about, and if little girl is still there, maybe little girl can tell us because I think they know. Penny said, let's just say the purse I was rocking in my new run of Rat Race fills up fast. So, thing I'm not sure, but I've heard rumors of, because this stone item or tile is in the world, if you forage near these, I think they give you a good chance of finding a stone by foraging. But if we remove it manually just to get the stone, I think we lose that foraging spawn point, if you will, if we take it. Little girl says, you are correct. So keep in mind, there's nothing wrong with taking this if you absolutely need it. But if you plan to use this as a regular foraging area and you want to be able to find stones from this source, you don't want to take it. We don't really care, or at least I don't, because there are some all around, and we could always find stuff on the road as well. But for something like, say, over here, I think this is a tree branch or a tree branch. So if we're looking for tree branches, we may find one here if we're doing regular foraging. Not always, but sometimes. But if we remove this, then we lose that foraging ability. You can still find it randomly, just not generated from that. Little girl, however, counter argument, you can easily find more of those in open fields and forests, also true. And I'm going to take these, but I just want to point it out so you're not just like, oh, I'm just going to take them all, because there's a reason you might not want to. So we'll take this tree branch because we're going to need it. And I don't feel like foraging for one. It just saves you time. So it's like an emergency, especially for like logs and stuff. We'll take this. This is also a stone one. So we'll probably make a hammer too. Maybe I already have a hammer. Yeah, another reason you might want to grab that stone like that, because if it's an emergency, you can use a stone as a weapon. Right click to equip primary. So it's a short blunt. You won't gain any maintenance XP. I think you still gain short blunt XP, but not positive on that. But in an emergency, if you need something to fight with and you want to just use your hands and feet, you can grab a stone off the ground like that and use it for a weapon. I better get some water. We're thirsty. Maybe have some ice cream. What's our weight looking like? Oh, it's dropping. We're good. Oh, I couldn't get water from there before, if I remember. Drink right out of the toilet. What is so heavy? The stone? Well, and the tree branch, I guess. I'll just leave these here for now. Okay, so we also have that flint nodule. We carry the tire pump. Put it away, or I won't be able to find it later. Is there any food in here? I was gonna eat ice cream. Before it melts when the power goes out. Enjoy it while you can. Now we're gaining weight again. All right, well, that's fine. So this flint nodule that we also foraged, I don't need to put in my main inventory, but it makes it easier to see. It doesn't show you if you right click, but if we go, I feel like I need to stand behind the counter. Go into the crafting menu. I'm going to switch back to the classic view. Nap Sharp Flint Flake. So if we select that, it says you need a flint nodule, which is what we just forged. You can use a stone. You're basically napping it. You're getting the sharp flint flake out of that nodule. If we didn't use a stone, we could use a napping tool, stone hammer, wooden mallet, or short bat. Which is interesting because I thought I could use a regular hammer. Is that still an option? It's just not showing up. Let's get rid of this stone. I'm curious. So you do have to use a stone. Thought I could use a hammer. It's weird. All right, well, I learned something new. For napping, no need a mallet of some sort. Okay, wooden mallet, stone hammer, club hammer. Okay, cool. I think I knew that. I just forgot. Put my hammer away. I think originally I was trying to find the wooden mallet and I wasn't able to, and then I figured out. I finally noticed you could use a regular stone, which is awesome. So we'll go back into the crafting menu. And notice up here, I selected Nap Sharp Flint Flake, and you look, it says it's going to take 23 seconds. You have to have light, and you have to have surface. The reason this is important is if I go over here, we're no longer near a surface. See, right now we're next to the counters, and the surface is white. If we walk away, it turns red. So we can't craft that now. So we'll go ahead and do that. Craft. I'll close this so you can see the animation. It's not perfect, but you get the idea. And you could fast forward this if you want. Flint nodule, you can see the progress up here. The stone is being used, so it's showing you the progress there too. Now we have a sharp flint flake instead of the nodule. We still have the stone, so put the stone away. So now we have the sharp flint flake. I'll leave that here because we're going to have to build it here anyway. And we'll go get some rip sheets from the zombies outside. We'll start with the t-shirt. What else we got? Jeans would give you denim strips. We don't want that. And another t-shirt. Oh, and a pair of pants. These pants are not denim, so we could rip these up. We're not going to need all these right now, but might as well get them before the zombies decompose. Simon, hi, keep streaming in the background. Thank you so much. Thank you for saying hello. Okay. Why can't I select this? It's weird. Oh, these aren't actual countertops, but they count for storage, but they do count as a flat surface. All right. So I'll just put these rags in here. And I forgot about maintenance. I can't craft this because I need maintenance level 1. I did not know that. I must have always had every build with at least maintenance level 1. So if you look here, it won't allow us to make it in red. It says requires maintenance level 1. So we'd have to go to our skills, and maintenance level is currently 0 with 6.5 XP. So this means we either have to do stuff that will level our maintenance to level 1 before we can build this, or go find an axe somewhere else. It might be faster to go find an axe somewhere else. In this world, anyway. What did I do to get maintenance last time? I know you can sharpen stuff. But there was something else. So making hammers, maybe? Or does that require maintenance too? I should say maintenance also. Yeah. I don't know if I've ever had to level maintenance 1 on here. Well, let's go find an axe then. And this is the rabbit hole of Project Zomboid when you need one thing and you're like, oh, to make that I need something else, which means you have to leave and go get it. Take a look at the map. So this mechanic shop over here might have tools in it. Probably not an axe, but there are a couple of McCoy. I don't know if they're labeled McCoy, but they're kind of like McCoy logging containers. So there might be tools in those as well. So let's head over there and see if we can find an axe. Penny says in build 41, I believe I would hit a tree or a door. Not sure if that's still valid, either with my mighty fists or an object for maintenance. I think they changed it a lot, but I don't. I know I've leveled maintenance before, but I think it was building hammers and stuff, which I must have always had maintenance 1. Otherwise, I don't know how I got there. Yeah, to gain maintenance. Okay. So let's grab one of these cars. The red one runs better, so we'll take it. We could walk, but again, this is faster. I usually close gates, but it's pretty quiet, so we'll just leave it open. Oh, I didn't go in here yet. Could be one right next door. Get our weapon ready. That door is locked. I'm sure this one is too. I don't think this building has any windows, but we'll take a peek. Alright. So we either have to break down this door. I don't think I can take it apart yet. No, I can't. Okay. So as a matter of safety, we'll talk about hitting the doors. I think I showed this before, but just in case. And we looked cooler with the red car? Absolutely. I find those doors locked for the majority of my playthroughs. I think you're right. I've noticed that. So we don't know if there's any zombies in there yet. It's possible they just haven't heard us yet, and they're not near the door. You don't always have to do this, but sometimes if I'm worried that, like if I disassemble this door right now, and I've seen Vaco do this, he's crazy though. He'll disassemble a door even though he knows there's a zombie on the other side. I won't do that. I don't have confidence that I'm fast enough to hit them once the door comes down, but he does it all the time, so it is possible. But if we disassemble it, and there's a zombie standing right there, we could be in trouble. So I would hit the door first. I don't know if I can hit this one. If I can. And you might wait a little bit, because they might come banging on the door. Admiral says Build 41 maintenance shortcut is not in Build 42. Okay. The devs giveth with the kick-ass gas station combo love nest and take it away. The locked doors. We'll get in there. All right, well, I don't hear anything, so let's disassemble this door. We could disassemble this door, but I think you need the metalworking tools. Oh, maybe you can. I guess I've never tried to disassemble a garage door. But you have to break that one. So we'll right-click to disassemble. You can also use the pickup tool over here and go to this one here with the down arrow. Disassemble. It does the same thing. You just have to highlight what you want to disassemble with the tile in front of it. So we'll do this one. Left click. Now keep in mind, because we're smacking on it, the sound can attract zombies. So if you know there are zombies nearby or you're not sure, either don't do this or really pay attention. Keep your hands on the keys ready to move, because this corner is dangerous. We can't see around it. And then I usually run away just to be safe. All right. Switch back to the wrench because I don't want to damage my hammer. I hear a zombie. Where is he at? Is he inside the building? That'd be crazy. That means he didn't even hear me knocking on the door. I think he's inside there. I hear him walking. Hell is he? I could hear his footsteps. We can try crouching and whispering. I can also run in there, but it's kind of an odd I know I heard one. Unless it's behind the building or over here somewhere. Gotta be inside then. There he is. Well, it's nice of you to join the party. I can see which walls can be disassembled. Really? Oh, the ones that are patch looking, huh? I didn't think about that. Now, if we want to work on tailoring, this knee-length skirt would be helpful. We'll hold on to that. You can cut it. We'll do that at some point. All right, so we can go running in here. We have power, so we can just turn on this light switch. There is not a chest, what is it called? Crate right there. So there can't be a zombie standing there. So really we can walk straight in. Turn the light on. Because there's power. Ta-da. Open that up to get rid of the lock. Gardening trowel. A whistle. Another ratchet. I don't really need any of this stuff right now. Did I check this? Ooh, look at those books. Did I hear another zombie? Yes, not. The Anti-Federalist papers. Rallying handbook. Butchering 1. These are all good, though. Yeah, we'll just take them all. Gotta love free books. The bar near Luchador, welcome in. The bar near the east end of Muldra is a good example. You can disassemble those kinds of walls in Build 41. Whistle can be placed on the keyring. Oh, I wondered that. Minecraft on the mine, exactly. That could have been a bad situation. Only fools rush in. Yes. Very true. Luchador also said in 41, only wood walls that aren't plastered can be disassembled. Like the brown ones that look player made. I think I have one upstairs, but now I want to try this. Can go on the keychain. Awesome. So, but to use it, I have to equip a primary, right? I'll use it later. So we'll still go check the mechanic shop since we didn't find an axe. I could cross that off as looted, but I didn't clear it out, so I'll just leave it. There's another car over here, too. That guy's probably going to come over and bother us. Get the getaway car into position. Matt, we can't tell if he heard us or not. I left the door open. We'll check these logging containers first, see if they have an axe. It's a short fence, so he's probably going to come bother us, but... So my gut tells me we're safe. But just in case, for added security, we could close this. But we have to have a light, so that way, if this is closed, at least you can't sneak up behind us. The fence will offer, or the garage door will offer some protection. I don't think there's ever any tools in here, but I thought I'd look anyway. Now, this is a good time to show that we can access these crates right around us. So there's 5, 7 of them. Yep. But we can't access the ones in the back unless we move these out of the way first. So probably the fastest way would be to get these 2 in the middle out. So what I would do is figure out which one this is on the inventory list, because we're not moving this one. It's at the top of the list. And then I can click on these individually, take these and drag it to the top crate. Because you have to empty a container before you move it. Click on this one, same thing, top one. Now these are both empty. We can use the pickup tool. Remember, you have to put on the tile underneath the ones you're trying to move. I know it looks like it's it looks like it's over on top of this crate, but it isn't. It's on the floor tile right in front of us. And it shows crate. So we left click it. It should pick up the top one. And it's heavy. So let's drag that into the top container too if it'll fit. Main inventory. And then we're going to move this one as well. We can actually use those for storage later if we want. Now that we're standing here, we can access all these crates as well. So let's see what we got. Probably more planks, but worth looking. So really, if we need planks to board up our house, we don't even need to cut up any logs. We can use these if we want to. Since it's possible there could be a zombie here, let's go ahead and get the weapon ready. Turn off the flashlight, don't forget that. Also, it's a good idea to put your flashlight away when you're done with it. Don't just keep it in your hand, because if you trip for some reason, you could drop your flashlight. But if it's in your pocket, then that won't happen. Now that one we'll have to break down. But there probably aren't tools in there anyway. Or maybe that's where the tools are. Oh, what the heck. Let's break it down. We'll use a couple of planks. Put one on our back. And one in our hands. First we'll kill that zombie that's coming. Oh, he wasn't coming. Leaving it in your pocket makes you look excited to see everyone. It does. It's good social skills right there. I'm sure he's going to hear this, but that's okay. I don't know how long this will take with planks, but let's try. Another thing, if we stand right here and there's zombies there, it's easier to get swarmed when we break the door down. But if we're off to the side, we can only get swarmed from this direction, unless there's somebody over here, but it gives us a little more protection when breaking down the door. This doesn't do very much damage, so it's going to take a minute. Can't believe you can't hear us. And our muscles are getting pretty worn out from this. We're not doing any damage now. Need something stronger. Gotta be almost there, right? And we're tired and exerted. I know I've broken it with the plank before. Get something else. And I missed the TV show. Damn it. I need to set my alarms again. Sit in the car for a second. Too late for the other show, but we'll do it for the morning. Nothing we really need. I remember zombies can come down that staircase at any time, so always watch the staircases. Cat Powers, welcome, welcome. Popping out of the box. Thought that desk would have a drawer, but maybe not. A little chewing gum. Eat the whole thing. Garbage bag looks like it has something in it. Drag it to the ground, take a look. Rotten dog food, fantastic. And we'll take the oregano. Take the flushing tool, I guess. TV remote. We were talking about that the other day. Take the apron too, why not? Another thing while we're clearing this building, probably shouldn't be doing it while I'm drowsy, but I think we'll be okay. A little over encumbered too. But having your flashlight out, because we don't know how dark this room's going to be. I'm going to clear upstairs first since we have the staircase here. Remember, clearing the top of the stairs is a little bit dangerous. We know there's nothing to the right, or there shouldn't be because there's a wall there. It's a peek. Looks okay. Water cooler is a good find. We can remove it if we want. Take it back to base. Matches, we'll take that. I don't know if we'll need glue, but everybody says it's great, so I guess I'll take it. Now here's the cool part about this building. Well, we'll check this first. Rotten yogurt. We're not a smoker, so we're not going to take the cigarettes right now. All right. But the cool thing is, the zombie that's banging on that garage door, this is a catwalk above it, so we can look down and see where he's at. Not just for making things sticky, but for sniffing. That would be funny. Actually, I know the correction fluid allows that. Does this do it too? Okay. I think the correction fluid one, I don't think that was a mod either. I think it was actual vanilla, but I could be mistaken. Oh, we should be able to see down there. Let's turn the light on. Or is it on already? That's weird. I thought we'd be able to see down there. I guess not. But this is way safer than going in from one of the downstairs doors because we'll be able to see them before they see us. This game has lost all realism for me. Okay, so we just had to break that threshold to see downstairs. Looks like one zombie. See if we can handle that. Now, when approaching a zombie at a door, a couple ways you can do it. We can walk around behind them, and you can get pretty close most of the time. Every once in a while, they'll hear you and spin around on you. But if you want to get close up to hit them, that's probably the best way. What I prefer to do is I try to, if I can, and it's safe, I'll approach them from the side because they'll see you sooner. You'll have a larger gap between you and the zombie. They'll come right for you. So I don't know. It's kind of a situational deal. Sometimes it makes sense to come up from the back and just smack them in the head. But if there's an opportunity to catch their attention from the side, I think it's safer myself, especially if it's just one. But you'll see what I mean. You want to be as much in their line of sight as you can be. And that's pretty good. 2 or 3 tiles. We have plenty of time to get into position and fight them. I think I can unlock these. Yeah. And for some reason with the garage doors, you need to right click outside. At least maybe. See how I'm clicking on the door and it's not finding it. But if you do outside in front of it, you can unlock it. I'm not sure why that's the tile, but it always works for me. And always wait for the sound to finish. Here's an example. Right click. See how it says you can lock it? So if I click that and I move away, it didn't do it. You have to wait for the sound to finish. Now it's locked. The reason this is important is because I died that way. I moved too soon, thought I had locked the door and I didn't. I went AFK without pausing the game because I thought I was safe. And I came back and my character was dead because a single zombie, it was set that zombies could open doors. Just one zombie walked up, opened the door instead of banging on it because I failed to lock it. And I got killed. Very sad day. Hand drill. Probably using that. No axe, though. I don't know if I check this shelf. Well, at least there's wrenches here to fight with if you need them. No axe here. Let's go check the trash out back. Sugar packet. We'll take that. No garbage bags. Interesting. Maybe we'll get lucky and there'll be a backpack in here. A fanny pack. There's something in it. Keyring. Is that a vehicle key? So I dropped the fanny pack to the ground. Now I'm going to drop the keychain to the ground. So this goes to the Chevrolet Nyala, which that's the red car outside. So we just got keys to a car. We don't necessarily need it because we're a burglar, but if your character wasn't a burglar, we just found a car we can use. We'll go ahead and take it. This key probably goes to the mechanic shop. We'll take that as well. Don't forget the locker room again. Yeah, I know. I think I did that last time. DJ Polar Bear. Hello, hello. Welcome in. Going well. How are you doing? Black Widow, what? The the Caitlin Ryan murders by Jorge Graff. Sounds riveting. I don't really want the fanny pack to believe that. Alright, so no axes here. And if you can't remember if your flashlight is on or off, you can find it in your hand and right click. If it says turn off, then that means it's on right now, so we'll turn that off. Polar Bear says, I'm doing good other than not being able to sleep. Oh, man. Well, if anybody can put you to sleep, it's me. So welcome in. All right, so no axes here either. I wonder if there would be some at the farm. Is it worth going? I guess we're too tired. It is 2100. Let's go to sleep. We'll come back. Don't do that. Did you check that car? Not yet. We'll get it in the morning. I'll put the books away. Until we get that fence up, we got to make sure, always have our weapon ready when we go through this door. Just in case. Wait a second. Are we learning something? I guess we were far enough away. I missed it all. Must have been when we came within range or something. So we didn't learn anything because we were late, but that's okay. Okay, I have books in here. Yep. Look at all those moodles. Such neglect. Just need a bag of chips. Bear says, I bought this game about 2 years ago. And I swear I only have like 30 minutes of playtime, if even that. Wow. Well, if you're gonna try to play it again, you have so many adventures ahead to look forward to. I need to put some of this stuff away. Electronics in here. I don't need 3 batteries. The rest in there. The oregano here. Keep the saw, the rubber hose, the glue. I don't know. I don't really have a system yet here. Should probably go in the garage though. I'll set that out to remind me to put it away later. Oh, it's on the floor. SG, that's about the time I hit it too, but my computer crashes all the time when I start. Oh no, that's a bummer. Little girl, additional info for new players. The different flashlights have different battery drain values. Absolutely. Yellow flashlight equals widest and longest range, but drains the fastest. Yes. Can be frustrating, but man, that yellow flashlight, I love it so much. Polar Bear says, I would be more keen to play if I had a mouse for my laptop. Yeah, that would help. Little girl says, black flashlight equals narrower and shorter range, but drains the least. Angle flashlight similar to black flashlight, but can be mounted on a chest rig. Very good information. Yeah, having that chest rig with the angle flashlight's great if you're using like long blunt or axes with both hands. So you can do it in the dark. Cold pack. Does it do anything if we put it in the freezer? Does it actually freeze? Does not look like it. It's just for making bombs, I think. Put this in here, I guess. I'm not going to wear it, but when we do tailoring, we'll know where the clothes are. Sugar packet in the kitchen. TV remote. So check this out. I think it'll work from room to room. See, if I try to right click on the TV from here. Oh, it's because I have the remote. Let me place this remote somewhere else. I can still turn it on. Well, that's quite a range. I didn't think I could reach the TV from here. Oh, EBS is doing the news, 2200 hours. This is the weather for tomorrow. Clear skies. I missed most of it. Nothing about air activity, though, so that's good. I didn't think you could hit the TV from this far. How about from all the way in here? What the heck? Should not be able to reach the TV from that far. I don't understand. It wasn't like that before. And I don't have the remote on me anymore. I put it down. Huh. Well, I can't really demo the remote if I can do it without. I have telekinesis or whatever the equivalent is for a TV remote. We'll put the apron in here as well. Let me wash it real quick. Oh, that is in my main. Yeah, since it is dirty. Curtis says, I have yet to find a chest rig. Little girl says, speaking of chest rig, can you kindly check if you can make? Yeah, I'll check. I remember seeing somewhere that Veteran can make a chest rig using duct tape. Wow. Polar Bear says, at the same time, though, this game kind of overwhelms me with all the different systems and info it has. I could see that. I tend to get overwhelmed as well. Is it the 90s? Perhaps you are actually Stretch Armstrong. What a great toy that was. Well, let's just put this apron away wet. It'll dry in there. I'll put all that away, but let's check the crafting for, is it called chest rig? Trigger. Make tarp chest rig. Look at that. Do you need a recipe though? So maybe Veteran, like you said, knows it. But you need medical shears or something probably equivalent. A needle, a tarp, duct tape, and thread. So that's kind of cool. Looks kind of cool too. Little girl says to Polar Bear, best way to approach Zomboid is to focus on its combat aspect first. I think so as well. Because if you can fight, then you can do everything else. You just have to take your time. But you're talking about being overwhelmed by the different systems and info. I would say just focus on one at a time and learn them. Like little girl says, focus on combat, and then you could focus on carpentry, and just choose different skills. And once you're comfortable with it, then switch to another one until you feel comfortable with. I won't say all of them because there's still a lot that I have no clue about, but you'll slowly get comfortable with each, or at least more comfortable. Combat and self maintenance, like food, water, yeah, very good. After that, you can do the minutia and non-combat things like base building, etc. Yep. And Polar Bear, that's kind of why I go slow with this series too, because it is easy to be overwhelmed. And seeing it step by step, I hope it helps. I've heard from some that it's helped them. Polar Bear says, so is the game about surviving as long as possible, or can you eventually be saved? Yep, little girl's correct. Survive as best as you can. There is no being saved. Although there have been, would they be called mods? Like the scenarios you can set up to where, for example, Drunk on Life. I don't know if you're familiar with him, another Zomboid streamer and my mentor. Um, he did a multiplayer run on a server where we all joined in, and the mission was you had to have a radio on you and reach a certain location to be rescued by the helicopter. So using mods and stuff, it can be set up, but the base game, it's just about survival. Little girl says, because aside from death via zombies, there are multiple other ways to die. Very true. Falling to your death, car crashes, hunger, thirst, non-combat related injuries. Yep, all fun. What else can I put away? More tools. We'll just go down to the garage, put this stuff away. Still no axe, so we'll have to. I'm pretty sure I checked the basement, but I'll double check. Don't need the fleshing tool or the hand drill yet. Keep the hammer in our bag. Flashlight for now. All right. I think we're all cleared out. Okay. Or in the most dumbest of ways, food poisoning, exposure, etc. Or like how Drunk on Life did it when his character was soaking wet and he went to sleep. He woke up and died. It killed him. But yeah, survival is what it's all about. Let's get cleaned up. Before I go to sleep, I have my alarm set for the TV. Guess I gotta fast forward. I always forget. At least sleep until 5. All right, let's go watch TV. Set the alarm for the next show at noon. Probably won't be right next to the house, so we'll go at 11:30. Probably be learning cooking again. Because the show starts at 6 a.m. Cooking is at level 2 with 12.5 XP towards level 3. Oh, we're going to listen to the radio at the same time. Humidity 6%, not bad. Mild winds, also good. Clear skies. Those are the kind of days we live for. Tomorrow, about the same, looks like. Light fog tomorrow. Okay. Cooking show. Here we go. Polar Bear says, I've only watched a few YouTubers play. Call Me Kevin has played quite a few times, and I really like the social experiments on multiplayer servers. Absolutely. It is a whole other game in multiplayer. You can still do it in build 41 until build 42 gets the multiplayer available for us. I hate going back to build 41. I guess we'll go look for an axe today since we can't make one. I thought we were going to be building stuff. I could build log walls, I guess, but we'd have to forage all the logs. That can take a minute. So we'll go kill some zombies and find some tools, I hope. Who can resist a juicy burger, indeed? How much does this table weigh? 5? I think that's the same as a cardboard box. Room in my bag. Barely. Well, once we get a real bag, you might want to carry around a flat surface like this little table or a cardboard box. So if you need to work on stuff in the field, you don't have to go find a cabinet or a table somewhere. You just have one with you. Like 100 players inside of the mall was interesting. Yeah, those are always cool to watch. Vaco plays at work. No, he doesn't. Welcome in, sir. Are you awake yet, Vaco, or are you making coffee? Alright, we're going to go see if we can find some garages. There's got to be an axe somewhere. I mean, we didn't finish searching Ovo Farms yet. There is a garage there. Oh, what the heck. We got the zombies riled up anyway. Let's go finish them off. Plus, we can get some eggs while we're there. It's getting close to noon? Is it? What time is it? It is. Wow. That's right. It was when you're doing night streams that... No, that's not even accurate. "4:40 a.m. here," says Polar Bear. Yeah, I'm 1:40 here. Let me think. Baco would usually stream my time about 10:30. Now it's like 9:30 with the daylight savings time. So that was nighttime for me, so that was morning. That was your morning. And then the ones in my morning is evening for you. Just trying to get my time straight. I really should be killing all these guys, but we don't have to do it right now. We'll stay on mission. They're probably here from the last time we drove through. Chickens are a little bit crazy. All right, I don't want to lose the car again, so let's park up the road and work our way in. So if you're going to be clearing an area, sometimes it's best to park down the street. So if you have to run away, hopefully your car will be clear, or at least less surrounded. So we'll shut it off here, and we'll walk back and clear. Start with this guy. All right, so when you're clearing zombies on the street, this is totally personal preference, and I don't always do it. But running over zombies with your car can damage it. Can also flip it if you're going too fast. So keeping the road clear can be important. And when you kill a zombie, dragging them is heavy. So wears your character out fast. So if you want to keep the streets clear so you can go faster and not have to weave around them, you could try to clear them by killing them at the side of the road so they're out of the way. Sometimes on a bigger road, I'll kill them on the center line so I can drive around them easier. Again, you don't have to do this, but just sometimes being aware of where you're killing the zombie for future maneuverability, I guess, can be a thing. Mika says, or 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. Sure. Do zombies respawn? I think by default they're set to respawn. I usually turn it off, though, because I don't like them to respawn. But yes, I think by default they're on. Polar Bear asking if you're on call. I think you're working from home now, right, Baco? I can't remember with your new job. All right, again, we're going to fight them at the side of the road. All these trees here could be risky, so we really have to pay attention if we're going to fight along the side of the road. Or we can come down here where there's less trees. It's probably safer, so let's do that. Got that guy to worry about too. Look behind this tree. Looks clear. All right. Not at the office. Awesome. So there was one over here somewhere. So we'll take out this guy and then look back and then take out that guy. Yeah, I was afraid that other one was going to come up behind me. Starting to get everybody's attention now. I was asking if you were in California. Oh, me? I'm in Arizona. So we don't change time here. We're stubborn that way. I'm always tempted to grab all this stuff, but in this world, loot's pretty easy to come by, so I don't think we need to grab every little thing. Take the watch, though. Key ring. Where'd that other guy go? Over here. I killed 3, right? I know I killed 3. Why am I not seeing it? Well, I'm thinking about it. Another thing to make note of, these, I call them cornfields, but I don't know what this is. If you're using the aiming key, you can move through here. First of all, you can walk down these open aisles. If you cross over, you need to use the aiming, otherwise you could get scratched or cut. These are very sharp for some reason. It's something they recently, or they added in Build 42. So just walking through one of these fields can be dangerous. So aiming is the way to protect yourself. The character's more careful moving through it. Doesn't even hear me. Lipstick. I guess I'll take that so we can go over that at some point. Let's see if I can really sneak up on this guy. I don't have a knife on me, so I can't do the cool jaw stab, but that's all right. Use a screwdriver, I guess, but that's probably dangerous. Rawr. So angry. Let's go over to the side of the road. I meant to hit her, but I pushed her by accident. Polar Bear says, I feel like not having zombies respawn adds to the realism, and I bet it feels good clearing an area out. It absolutely does. Others like the challenge of being surprised. That's why they prefer respawn. I'm just not one of those people. I'm with you on that. SG says, replay shows you did kill 3. One is neatly hidden in a small bush. Okay, at least I'm not going crazy. Thank you for checking. Next to this 2 small white, okay, white lit logs. Those are the ones I dished before. And again, you don't always have to kill them all, but we're going to do it today because I feel like it. All right, let's talk more about fighting. So we have what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're already panicked, as you can see by the Moodle. 6 on these settings really isn't too difficult. You just have to be careful. So probably keeping them in single file or killing them one at a time is probably the best way to do it. So I can draw them away 1 or 2 at a time to divide and conquer, but I'm going to try to show you how to get them in a single file line so you can do the conga line and kill them 1 at a time. Do hordes move around the map? Yes, but it's kind of a slow migration process. From what I understand, if there's an area that's empty, like you've cleared it all, and then the areas surrounding it, some of the zombies will slowly move into the empty spaces. I think they call it like the zombie vacuum or something. Like draws them in. I think Admiral was telling me if you clear one cell and then all the cells around it, your cell will stay clear. Of course, I don't know where the cell boundaries are, so I would suck at that. But yes, they do move around and migrate. All right, so let me get all of their attention real quick, or try to. Alright, so they're all aggroed on us. We can use these fences. Kind of. Might be a little bit close. Come around on this side. Try to get them to... Oh, I forgot they attack these now. So, in the old version, Build 41, these fences were indestructible because a player did not build them. But now the zombies will attack them and they are destructible now. But this actually changes things for... You can't really use tall fences to get them in single file very effectively. But they will peel off and attack them, so that will thin out the horde for us. But I also want to show you how to use the car. Those two aren't going to be following us. But like, we can get this guy hung up on the bumper. Should be able to anyway. We get close to the car. You can kind of use the car to protect yourself a little bit. Got to get them grouped up again. Get it another friend from the north. Join the party, Mr. Farmer. Oh, he went inside. Okay, so let's see if we can use this truck to thin them out now, even though they're kind of in line anyway. But see how they're lining up like that along the edge? It makes it easier just to smack them one at a time, if the game doesn't lock up on you. Get these guys grouped up again. Well, they sure are doing a good job staying in line and not grouping up like I'm trying to get them to do. Alright, that's a little better. The crawler guy is kind of screwing it up. But watch, they're all grouped up like that. Now we can use the car and get close up to it like that. And they thin them out into a line like that. Makes it easier to handle them. The panic isn't helping us. Hold on a second. Terrified and breaking point. So those are reducing our damage. Well, Bear, okay, I didn't know if the zombies got called out because you're not within render distance or however the game handles it. I don't know what I'm talking about. I kind of know what you mean. I think they sometimes get... Admiral would tell me that when you close the game and reopen it, they're not always where they were when you left. So the game may move them around, but in my opinion, it's in a way that makes sense most of the time. It's still going to be a place that they could get to. Although I've heard of them teleporting out of like being trapped somewhere and then outside of that area. So I guess it's not really about if they can path there or not. COD Zombies has taught me always train. Yes. Yes. Are there any more out here? Doesn't look like it. Try to keep them on the side of the road. I don't know what was hiding that one. What the heck? This was my cone of vision. Put this guy out of his misery. We'll have to get rid of this panic stuff here. I can find some books or something. Okay, again, we're going to approach this one from the side. He's banging his head against the fence. His face is all bloody. If you stand on the zombies, they can't get up, says SG. Correct. But only if they're on their back. Like, it won't work on a crawler. I think we talked about that before. But yes, that's always fun. Alright, what else we got? Can opener. I don't remember if we have it. So I'll grab one just in case. Brand new purple boots. Don't mind if I do. Let me see them. Oh, heck yeah. It's funny, this character's starting to look just like the character from the Rat Race run. They're almost the same. I don't have any of those books on me. We'll have to go inside the house, find some books. Chewing tobacco. We don't really need that. Can you see the door rattling or not? Yeah, see how the door is rattling? That's one way to know if they're on that side of the door. But this garage door is open, so we can just go in there and kill them from the inside instead of getting in danger. Now, this is one of the cases where approaching from the side isn't really possible, or at least it'll be more dangerous because we'll be closer. So in this case, we're going to walk up behind the zombie instead of coming at it from the side. Can't turn around though, so we got to be ready. Ready to swing. I like this face. That is wrecked. Remember, keep your cursor on the opposite side, because if it's off to the side like this, you'll miss. Eggs. I'll grab those. At least a carton. We'll take like 2 maybe. We should take as many as we can hold, but I think this whole place is full of eggs. Yeah. Let's grab another couple. They're going to go rotten pretty fast. I'm pretty sure these are all eggs, but I'm going to check them anyway. Paper clips, might be able to use those for fishing later. Might as well get a drink and get washed up while we're standing here. Actually, we'll do the washing up later. The mother load of eggs, that's right. Can you make a garden? Yep, absolutely. It's a little bit harder than it used to be, but you can. SG says, thank God you don't have to pay for them. That's true. With the garden, you have to plant during the correct season now and stuff like that. So they made it more difficult, but you can still do it. It used to be much easier. All right, I was hoping that metal shelf would have tools, but it doesn't. Check this truck real quick. I don't think I've checked it yet. More matches, another claw hammer. I guess I don't need that hammer yet. Another problem is, can you carry everything, you know? So you could be a farmer? Yeah, absolutely. This one only has 400 horsepower also. But if we look at the trunk, it holds 98, and that's at 70%. So you can even repair it and it'll hold more. You can also see how much it holds by going back here, looking inside. It holds 98. So this holds a lot more than the red car. So for a looting vehicle, this would be better. And look, see if the keys were in it though. And sometimes you'll find the key right here in the ignition slot, but not today. Also, it could be in the glove box or one of the seats. Sunny side up scramble. That's right. Just like shrimp. Shrimp kebab, shrimp cocktail. Alcohol wipes. We don't have those yet, I don't think. So we'll take those. Another paper clip. Chewing gum. You don't have a hot wire skill? I do. We just already have 2 cars, so I don't know if I want to take that one yet. I probably could. We also know where it is, though. Pretty sure this is just more eggs, unfortunately, but we'll take a look. Yeah, more eggs. More eggs than we could ever eat. Oh, I forgot about these refrigerators. What's in here? Oh, more eggs. Anybody want to make an omelet? Deviled eggs, yes. Those are the best. And yes, Polar Bear, I don't know if you know, but the burglar class, which is what we're playing, can hotwire, but not necessarily the other occupations unless you get a level 1 electrical and level 2 mechanics. Then anybody can do it. Little boots. What's this? Oh, it's a yellow flashlight. Good find right here. We'll take that. I'm gonna take care of that zombie now before I lose track of where he's at. See this other bag of chips. Now I want to play and go around collecting a bunch of cars. Absolutely. And if you add car mods, you'll never get bored. See, I already lost track of him. Went behind one of those trees. There he is. I hear a second one somewhere. My weapon broke. Oh, all right. That we just heard, gunshot, that's what's known as a meta event. It's a random ambient sound. It's not an actual gun being fired. It's just supposed to simulate one, and that sound can attract zombies. To me, it sounded like it was off to my left, which would be west. So it may pull zombies from the right side of the screen towards us, depending on if anyone heard it. But those are designed to move zombies around the map as well, Polar Bear. I can sell cars to the zombies. There you go. They don't carry much cash, though. As she says, we just need vegetable oil and eggs, and we have mayonnaise. Yum. Gotta put some mustard in there, too. This is actually a good base too. It doesn't have everything, but the gas station's so close by. I just like this house. I was gonna run up and smack him in the head, but thought better of it. Alright, that door is good. Country folk, so trusting. They don't lock any of their doors. Check around the back. See if the garage window will let us get in. They like their garage though. It's a beautiful house. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Green eggs and ham. Now you're talking. I'm just worried there's some hiding in the woods, but we'll be fine. Alright. So this is pretty dangerous. Could be zombies on either side of this window. It looks like we can see on the left, but you really can't. I would advise not to climb through this window. It's probably better to break down the garage door. But if you wanted to keep this garage door intact, you could climb through here. We could shout to try to pull any zombies out. We could try whispering, but it almost never works for me. If you crouch and press the shout key, if there's one inside, that could bring them out. Try banging on this door too. See if we get any interest. The omelet sounds good, right? I'm sure it does. Speaking of food, it just dawned on me that Echo Creek doesn't have a Spiffos. Oh, you're right. Will you eat them on a boat with the goat? I would. Here or there. I would eat them anywhere. Alright, so normally I would advise not climbing through this window, but we made enough noise. I would think we would hear something if there was a zombie in there. So it's probably clear, so we're going to try it. And we're clear. It's one shelf. Welding torch, that's a good find. Well, if I have metal snips, it will take those as well. Since it's relatively clear, I'm going to bring the car up to the house. And this is why driving is better, because it takes forever to walk anywhere. Cobb salad with eggs. Look at all those beautiful noodles. We're almost scrolling off the screen. Boy, I parked far away. But yeah, if you want to set up a farm, you want to be a farmer, polar bear, this is an excellent base. I've played it a few times. You already have chickens, now you just start collecting the other animals, if you want to take care of animals. Otherwise, you can just start planting food there. We need to find a TV too. Hopefully there's one inside the farmhouse. Sometimes the farmers don't have them. Also, since we have the hot noodle, unpleasantly hot, when you're in the car, you can press V, bring up the radial menu. Here's the heater. It's also, you click on it, it's also AC. Another way to bring that up is This little wavy line says heater on the dash. You click that, also comes up. I don't recommend turning it all the way to the highest cold setting because your character will actually get cold. That's about good. We're actually cooling off, but that's how you turn that on. And now that it shows green on the dash, that means it's running. I think I might just stick to Minecraft if I want to farm. I need to play Minecraft again. It's been too long. We'll kind of back up to the house in case we find stuff we want to loot. Running over a zombie. We'll check the back of the house first. Oh, gotta find a TV if there is one. I don't know if there is a TV in this house. I'm trying to remember. Might be one upstairs, but don't think so. Should probably go back to the gas station. I think that was like one thing I didn't like about this house is it didn't have a TV. Yeah, we'll go back. Sus beetle of snow. Uh-oh. Welcome in, stalker. Oh, really? Steak and eggs. Let's go home real quick and watch TV. I don't want to miss the daytime show. I don't think we have anything to cook with, but if we do, we can whip up an omelet. This is why a car is helpful too. If you're in a hurry, you can cover much more ground. Cars are life in this game as long as you're careful. They can also be death if you're not careful. Oh, where'd that guy come from? Interesting. Normally I would back in, but we need to take care of that. Zombie. I don't want you over here. You know what? I bet it was that meta event. SG saying hi to Vaco. Beetle of Snow is my actual name. Oh, wow. It's amazing. Your mother has great taste in baby names. Could you move a TV? Absolutely. We have 10 minutes to kill these zombies and go watch TV. That sucks. We're going to miss our show. I'm going to try to be quick, but I don't think I can kill them that fast. I really don't want you by the house, though. Come over here. I'll kill your friend first. Oh my gosh, there's a few of them. Alright, I wouldn't normally do this, but I don't want to miss the show, so we're going to run from them for a second. I counted 3 total. Hopefully they'll not see me. I need to get upstairs and watch the TV. What are we watching? Commercial for Havisham Sweets. But another demonstration, you don't always have to kill the zombies. You can run away if you need to. Assuming you can get away safely. I see you. Oh, we're learning carpentry today. We're currently at 1.5. Should get level 2 carpentry today from the TV. There we go. Bad work constantly getting in the way of watching Snow Beetle. Oh no. Don't they know how important this is? Do all the traits learn at the same rate? Hmm. I never really thought about that. I think they do. Unless you read it, like say you read a book for carpentry. Obviously, you'd learn faster if you hadn't read a book for cooking. Okay, before we go fight those guys, we should try to get rid of this agitated and maybe some of the encumbrance. Put the can opener in here. Eggs in the fridge. Oh, I saw my sneakers. We'll leave the regular flashlight in electronics now since we have the yellow one. Keep all of this. Paper clips. I guess we'll put them under the sink for now. Don't need 2 matchbooks. Actually, we'll leave all the matches here. Just hold on to the lighter. Lipstick in the bathroom. Where those other snips at? Oh, those are for sheet metal, though. Broken wrench. I guess I'll just throw in the trash. Yellow flashlight in our bag. Paper clip. You read one of these books to take this agitation off. I should read the comic book. I think that'll help. Not exactly. Man, it's only tense. You can handle it. Should still be out front, but just in case. Wow, 93 watching. Welcome in, everyone. Do they really all go over here? Wow. I lured them away better than I thought. Now I don't know where they are. They go inside the building? Great. It's not good. I don't want to have them surprise me later. Hmm. They're plotting a surprise attack. You know they are. They might have gone inside. I did open this garage door, though, so I should be able to peek in pretty easily. They were definitely following me, so. Hey, leveled running. They must be in the woods then. Ah, screw it. I don't want them to surprise me later. I'm gonna yell and get them out of here.
Hey!
There's one of them. There's two. All right, they were hiding in the woods. Oh, that one hurt me too. How far did I shout? Yeah, I don't like being surrounded. Let's get them to go this way. You are loud, I guess, apparently. All right, I think that was the only three out there. Clear this guy while we're here. What's up, buddy? Stop defacing company property. And fork. I think I have a trowel, but I'll take it just in case. Got more down there. What coordination do you use for movement like keyboard and cursor selections with mouse? Yes, it's I think you're talking to me. It's are you talking to me? Yeah, it's WASD for the keyboard and mouse is the cursor. I think that's what you're asking. Paul Bear, do you have any goals you want to accomplish this playthrough, or are you just going with the flow? Um, so the purpose of this playthrough is to help newer players learn, and which also helps me learn. There's always something I don't know. Um, so it's more of a step-by-step guide. Beyond that, I was trying to think of a goal today to like keep us going. Maybe trying to clear a certain building in every town, like how the rat race has you do like every church. Learn how to make pizza. I did that before, but that was fun. Bring pizza back to the apocalypse. Sky's the limit, though. But yeah, this run's more about learning. And I still have so much to learn about crafting in Build 42 too. Let's talk about this moodle here. Bad smell at the bottom. That is the more zombie corpses pile around you, the more you're around them, the smell gets worse and worse until it can make you sick. There's also a setting in Sandbox you can turn on so even the living zombies smell bad and can make you sick. So right now it's just a bad smell. That's not bad. But when it gets to overwhelming stench, you want to limit your exposure. Otherwise, you can get sick. Oh, that's true. Admiral says today's goal was to build some walls, but a lack of an axe messed that up. Yeah, which is proper zomboid. You have a plan, and then you're like, oh, I can't do that yet. At least that's been my experience. Oliver says, is it cruel to make a zombie zoo? The hard part there is containing them, because anything you build, they can break. So you'd have to trap them somewhere that they couldn't escape and couldn't damage to get out. But no, I wouldn't say it's cruel. SG, is it a special hand keyboard for movement or just a typical common keyboard? Mine is just a laptop keyboard, so it's not even a regular keyboard. In fact, if I switch to desktop ever, I'm going to have to get used to using a standard size keyboard again. Little girl says, I made a player zombie display zoo one time in multiplayer. It was funny as hell. What did you use to contain them? Always keep checking behind you. You don't get surprises. Edna Kelly, rest in peace. That sounds awesome. Little girl says I used the fence crate combo to contain. Oh, that makes sense. I didn't think of that. It's too bad you can't dress up zombies like you can in Minecraft. Something I used to do in multiplayer in Minecraft, if I needed to defend my base, I would lure some. First, I would set up some. What are they called? Item dispensers, I think they were called. And I would put a full suit of diamond armor, and then I put a bow with. If the skeleton didn't have a bow, or no, I would give the skeleton a sword, diamond sword. So basically, the skeleton would be full diamond armor and a diamond sword to guard my base. I would have a few of them around the base. They're pretty good with a bow, but if you've ever been attacked by a Minecraft skeleton wielding a sword, it's pretty brutal. Little girl, to ensure that the body reanimated, I made sure it died from zombies. Then I showed it a container first. Shoved it in a container first. I wonder how Hay Bale Zoo would hold up. Probably not for very long. Sounds like something Mr. Syme would do. Yeah, it does. Polar Bear, I have to play the 32-bit version because my laptop is a potato. Well, if it works. It almost said some player-built items are zombie-proof, like stairs are currently zombie-proof. I didn't think of that. I've already gotten distracted again. I came down here to kill one guy. I was watching TV. Should probably set my alarm again. 17:30. There we go. I don't think there's ever anything great in here. That's a bathroom back there. It's not a tool closet or anything. I once saw him make a police crate zoo. The heck? Little girl says player corpses that died from zombie mauling but didn't reanimate won't zombify. Needs to be placed in a container in order for the reanimation to take place. I'm guessing the game is CPU heavy. I guess so. I'm not sure. So far in Build 42, you can't put zombie bodies in containers. That's true, yeah. As she says, I think it's because my desktop can't handle it and crashes. A bummer. Just need a garage or something that'll have an axe in it. I'll probably be too late for the TV show, but let's drive around a little bit. There's got to be something around here that would have a better chance of an axe. No fire stations, though. You need to upgrade? Yeah. If you haven't tried it yet, try playing the 32-bit version. It helped my laptop actually get stable FPS. Wow. Alright, we're going to rile up all the zombies probably, but we'll get a good look at the neighborhood, see what we can... where we might find an axe. Maybe we'll find a fire truck, that would be nice. This is giving me rat race vibes, right? I've been through this cemetery so many times. Here's our house. I don't think there's any tools here, though. You need to upgrade your CPU and have more RAM. If you have those, your system can run Zomboid just fine. Just need to allocate more RAM in the JSON file so that the game uses more, because by default, Zomboid only uses 3 gigs of RAM. It does? I've never made that adjustment, so now I'm wondering if it could be better. Let's go to the farm store. I don't know. I don't know if I've ever found an axe there, but maybe. Ooh, we got a pretty van. Park up here. Okay, there's a few more than I was expecting. I should have got an extra bottle of water. 8 gigabytes is fine. You can allocate 4 and it will run fine. Dixie has a 8 gig laptop. He can run Zomboid fine while streaming. Yeah, Dixie is probably the poster child for streaming with a potato. You don't have anything near that power? Really? I don't like you shoulder to shoulder. Come on. Hey, cowboy. Don't be doing that combo move. Here's your hat. What's your hurry? Windows 11 just seems to use up most of my RAM, even when I'm not doing anything. You have a gig or two at the most. Old computer, says SG. Sounds like it. Vehicle key, Franklin Value Line. I think that's that pretty purple van. Chevrolet Dart. This guy had all the keys. What's on this key ring? Oh, we got a can opener. Oh, bottle opener. Put that on our key ring. Madison Horizon. I don't know why, but that guy had the keys to 3 of those 4 cars over there. A hot dog key ring. Yes, please. Move all our keys over. You can have my old one. Nice. That they'll think I died. They're like, that guy has Snow Beetle's key ring. Oh, camera got away from me there. Ah! Stop zooming in. Really thirsty. Oh wait, where's the light switch? Is there water on the shelves there? No. Windows 11 is just bad. The key rings have a limit to how many keys they can hold? Yeah. This one's almost full, so I'll probably trim it down later. All right, what do we got here? Clear these windows out first. Oh, if I have a whetstone, so I'm going to take that. Do watering can. We're not ready to farm yet, but we know it's here if we need it. Spade would be nice. Make jar produce. There's some cool books here. Close these doors real quick. Foraging 1, what am I at? I have no foraging. We'll read that for sure. That'll help us level up foraging faster. Agriculture 1. Probably don't need it yet. I take the second foraging book though, because we'll get to foraging level 2 pretty quickly, I think. Empty backpack sprayer. Interesting. I haven't seen one of those yet. Garden fork's a good weapon. I'm not keen on Windows 11. You'll upgrade to 10 if you have to. Did you say what version you're running? I missed that. It's not 10. What are you running? What's I already have that? Gloves. I don't need those yet. Must be locked in this back room here. Windows 7? Okay. I miss Windows 7. A garden store key. All right, I'm guessing none of these are harvestable yet, but let's take a look. Oh, I'm going too fast here. Apologies. All right, so these are similar to the crops when you do farming. These are just already planted and have grown. So when you walk up to a crop, you right-click on it, hover over crops, and choose info. Almost ready for harvest potatoes, but not quite right. Water level is fine, so they don't really need to be watered right now. I'm guessing most of these crops aren't ready to be harvested yet. Almost ready radishes. And when I right-clicked on the crop and did crop info, as long as a square is available, You can highlight another crop and it'll do the same command if you click on it. So it'll check to see that it's info. So you don't have to go back into the context menu. That's broccoli, cabbages, and tomatoes. You can't really harvest the flowers, but I think you can relocate them. I've never tried though. So food is pretty plentiful in this run, but if you wanted to, you could harvest these pretty soon to eat. Nobody walks all over flowers in my town, that's right. Polar Bear, I actually have 16 gigs of RAM and I have an i5, so I don't know what's going on with my laptop. Trying to think how you could check it. I'm not sure. I know if you press K, like this, the K key, it brings up this up at the top left. It shows your FPS, your CPU waiting for GPU time, GPU waiting for CPU time, and then the time for each. I don't honestly know what to think of those stats, but that might be helpful in determining the problem. Flowers can be relocated, need a shovel. Okay, I was thinking it was something like that. Gets hot and the battery's crappy. Well, if it gets hot, and this is probably just me being a dork, but I do this with my laptop. I have two ceramic drink coasters under the back to elevate it a little bit so more air gets under there. My daughter does the same thing with her laptop. That seems to help a lot. As far as the battery, I'm not sure what to do about that. Thermal compound might need to be replaced. Already? How old's the laptop? Try out the new yellow flashlight here. A lot of sacks of sand. That'll be useful in the future. There's a lot of good stuff in this store. We just can't carry it all right now. Oh, it's time to watch TV. Let's go home. We pretty much searched this place anyway. No axe. It's a shame. Grab a bonsai tree real quick. Furniture pickup tool. Bonsai. Set that up at home. I'm going to take this van if it has gas in it. Brush and clay art supplies. Hell yeah. We can get our car another time. It's so pretty. Matches my boots. This is important in the apocalypse. And it's because I got the keys off of that one zombie. Rah. I have to watch TV zombies. You'll have to wait. And when you're driving down avoiding zombies, you want to feather the keys to turn. It's kind of a little, it took me a long time to not crash into walls and stuff. pager in the glove box. We gotta hurry up and get upstairs. Run, Snow Beetle. You're missing your show. All right, what do we got? What are we watching today? This is your old neighborhood? Yep. What's in the van? Drip protection? Drip is greater than protection? Absolutely. Exposure survival. I was hoping that was the case. Probably working on trapping, maybe. Or carpentry, I guess. I think tent building would be... Oh, foraging too. And you can see over the top of your head which skill you're getting. Polar Bear, I wish it was like the old laptops where the battery just pops out. Yeah. Only time you ever think about anything else is if you don't need insulation. Yep. And I will check what's in the van here shortly, little girl. Or waterproofing. I don't know why, but the emergency tones have always spooked me. Yeah, it is a creepy sound. We got a little bit of foraging skill from that, I guess. Check the van before we... I'm at 3 hours. I need to wrap up the stream. I went over time today. It's such a cool looking van, though. Screenshot for the next thumbnail, probably. That'll work. All right. Got the clay sculpting tool. I think we can use that to make an amphora. Nothing groundbreaking. ABBA. Can't sleep, here to support. Oh, can't sleep, here to support. Well, thank you so much for supporting. Using a stick, says SG. He found foraging. Man, that guy's worse off than you are, Snow Beetle. Penny says, bonus Snow Beetle today. All for the cost of a click of the like button. Nice. Waking up in the middle of the night to emergency alerts going off. Oh, geez. That just sounds scary. Shalom, Abba. M4 is just masonry trowel. I guess I just made one of those. I don't know why I was thinking. What do you need the clay shaping tool for? Unencumber myself. Actually, I don't need tools. I think bonsai tree will look nice in here. Well, I'll never see it though. We'll put it in the kitchen. With a welding torch in here. Metal snips in here. Hand fork, why not? Man, so many books to read, so little time. Did I grab 2 foraging 2 books? Oh no, there's a cooking. No. 2 foraging 1 books. Alright, well I don't need that, but that's okay. bonsai tree. We'll put on this little table. Sort of. There we go. Right by the faucet. That's perfect. My home is truly blessed now that Abba is here. That's right. Put a whetstone by the TV like you do. See if it says anything about helicopter tomorrow. The radio, that is. Clear skies again. Clear skies today and tomorrow. Light fog again. Unless this is the same day. I guess it is. Because we haven't slept, so never mind. Alright, put these socks away. Alright. Oh, that's what I was going to do. Well, might as well do this while the power and the water is on. For new players that are not aware, you can use the washer and dryer to clean your clothes if you want. They are allowed, though. In the current time, the clay sculpting tool is used only in 2 recipes, clay pipe and clay sheet mold. Oh, wow. You have serious insomnia, but what's going on? Starting to make soap. I'm starting to think I need to start a club. Oh, no. Well, let's not. First off, let's not talk about that. You can't talk about it. 6 a.m. I got to get breakfast going for the wife soon. Oh, get to it, SG. I know about the helicopter event, and I've heard it can be bad. It can be. We'll get to that for sure. So this is the dryer. This is the washer. You can find a combo unit that does both, but this is not the case here. The washer dryer combo has a blue top, if I remember right. But we can take our clothes and throw them in here. Put the cowboy hat in. I think we can wash the boots too. All right. And if you look inside, you can see cowboy hat's bloody, boots are dirty and bloody, bloody hoodie, bloody jeans. So you press turn on. Like, you can either go to the top of the inventory window for the washer and click turn on, or you can right click white washing machine and turn on. Well, this is interesting, little girl and Admiral. There's an option to fill the washing machine from the water bottle. Why is that? Is that so you can manually do it if water is disconnected? I've never seen that before. That must be new. So who's keeping the power going? Right now, I guess the power people haven't been killed. So it's I forget what the timing is, but it's some random day. Pretty soon water and power will shut off. So we have to make the most of it while we can. Sometimes it can be day 2. Sometimes it can be like 2 weeks in. It just varies. Your new friend Tyler is telling you to stop talking about it. Interesting option, says Admiral. I agree. Unmanned generators running on diesel. I just wonder if you could put soap in there or something, but generators running on diesel. Think so? So anyway, you can turn it on from here as well. It's kind of loud. I don't know if you could watch it and see if them get clean, but they're soaked now, so they're definitely washing. So we'll let that go for a minute. Just remember, we don't have shoes on, so Actually, we probably shouldn't clean up in the kitchen sink. Let's go in the bathroom here. $100 watching. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Oh, so this takes place like right after the outbreak? Absolutely. Need to get some slippers for around the house. How are we looking on those clothes? They're still getting clean. I don't know if it shuts off automatically or not. I've never let it run long enough. In fact, Polar Bear, if you want to see some crazy NPC action from as the outbreak unfolds, there's a mod called Bandits. I played it a lot on some of my past episodes, but the day one mod is the day that the outbreak really takes off. Then the guy who makes his name is Slayer. He also did one that's week one. It's the week leading up to the outbreak, where the NPCs are actually going to work and stuff. It's a totally different dynamic. Okay, so these shows soak now, so we can turn that off. But they're not dirty or bloody anymore. And we can move these over to the dryer. Of course, you could just take a bath and wash them in the sink, but this is fun too. Turn that on. Just make sure no zombies are nearby or they will hear it. It's very loud. I'm assuming you can get a generator to power your base. Yep. Yep. In fact, we might be able to see it from here. Not quite. There's a generator over in that field that's always there. You can take it if you want it. Or you can find them in garages, storage units, stuff like that. You also have to know how to hook it up. If you don't read the book, How to Use Generators, you need Electrical 3 to make it happen. It's Electrical 3 skill. Now wait a second, was that money in there already? I guess I didn't look. Penny says, and the generator must be kept outside when running? Yes, or it will kill you. You are tired, Abba. Okay. Oh, I thought they were dry, but not quite yet. Let's eat something real quick. I don't think I have anything to cook with, though. We'll just cook some eggs so we have them. So we can right-click on a carton of eggs, open egg cart, and that puts 12 eggs in our main inventory. These cook pretty fast, so we're going to watch them. Egg fresh cooked. We'll eat one. Those are still wet. Well, it can't be changed because I don't hear it rattling inside. That's true. But imagine you run the risk of attracting unwanted visitors. Yes, absolutely. I just kind of know it's clear because we've killed the ones that we saw. But if you knew there were zombies nearby, like if you were in a more of a urban area, it would be definitely more risky to use them. Will the dryer turn off if you take one item from it? Oh, good question. Let's take the money. It doesn't let you. That's cool. Oh wait, try grab. No. So while it's running, you can't take stuff out. I've never tried that. I learned something new today. I think when you put the clothes on from the driver, it should give you a happiness buff when it's warm. But it doesn't. The game's realism has been restored for me? Yes. She just wears ratchets hanging from her bare thighs. She must have magnetic hips. I don't know. Wow, it takes forever. There's no timer option, is there? Global Warrior. I don't know if I've ever watched that one. Probably entertainment, but it doesn't say so. Whatever, it's taking forever. Since we have a minute. If you right click on the TV for device options, you can drag a VHS tape from your inventory. Drop it in this little slot here, turns green, let it go. Now you have a tape in there. And we can click play. And this will probably be just for entertainment purposes. Yeah, our boredom's going down. But there are also tapes that can teach you stuff, kind of like the Life and Living channel. If you find a VHS store, you can steal tapes, bring them home, and watch them. But remember, not every TV has a VCR built in. If you find the antique televisions, they do not. You meant generators? Oh, we're tracking the zombies? Yes, absolutely. They're pretty loud, too. Yes, thank you for all your support, Ava. You got quite a bunch of people here. It's the 16th sequel to the Road Warrior. I think it was just for boredom. I kind of want to just ring them out and put them on. Well, I'm over 3 hours, well over my time. We're going to leave that running. I'm going to see what happens if we leave it running when we end the stream. Pause here, see if I can find someone streaming Project Zomboid for you fine people. There must be someone playing. All right, so Wolfgar has been the popular one, but I see Fire Nation is streaming right now. Project Zomboid, let's see what it is. Fire Nation, Project Zomboid, this is Build 42 modded, so you can see some mods. I don't know what he's using, but let's go with that. Good game, well played. Thank you, Bako. The whole building is going to burn down. Oh gosh, I hope not. You taking forever to dry, just like real life. Exactly. It's probably because I put the boots in there. It's ruining everything. So thank you everyone for stopping by to check out the stream. I appreciate you taking time out of your busy day to hang out with us in the chat. Thank you for all the likes and all the laughs. 23 likes today. Thank you for every single one. Apologies to Jacksepticeye. We ran out of time today. Be sure to get him on the stream soon. Until next time, safe journey. Keep on keeping on and keep on surviving. Enjoy the rest of whatever you have left, day or night. I'll be back tomorrow. As she says, thank you. Good instructions tonight. Well, thank you for the kind words, and nighty night to you as well. And I am redirecting you to Fire Nation playing Project Zomboid in 3, 2, 1. Bye, Abba. Bye. Goodbye, everyone. Good night.